Navy's Jade Geif is a two-time Patriot League tournament MVP who was 9th in the Patriot League in scoring last season with 11.1 points per game. American's Alexis Dobbs was a first-team All-League guard who ranked 10th in scoring. Holy Cross's Alex Smith also landed on the first team, leading the league in threes with 85 and 5th in scoring. Army's Jen Hazlett earned second-team All-League honors, ranking 4th in scoring and 5th in rebounding. Lafayette's Danielle Fiacco led the league in blocked shots with 112 and was 3rd in rebounding. Bucknell's Shelby Romine ranked 14th in the league, averaging double digits. You may be wondering, what do all these players have in common? The answer is simple. They're all juniors.
It's a terrific class. It really is. I think it, all in all, when you look up and down, look at Navy. I mean, Navy's a great example. I mean, they're two-time defending champions, and their whole team's back. And the heart and soul of that team is in the junior class.
That Navy junior class has won back-to-back titles, and Jade Geif isn't the only junior on the roster. Alex Membreno, Kara Pollinger, and Audrey Bauer were all key players on the 2012 Patriot League Championship squad. And this year's squad does not have a senior, which is a theme throughout the entire league. There are good seniors out there, like All-League returnees Anna Simmers at Army and Amy Lepley at Holy Cross, but the majority of the returning top scorers reside in the junior class.
It's a different year, I don't think that there is, across the board, kind of that strong senior class. The last 2 years, we've just been so glad when we got to the championship game, and we kind of knew who we never had to play again, There were just some seniors that were so good that we were glad to see them graduate. There are some this year too, no question about it. But in general, I agree. I think the strength of the league is maybe more in the junior and the sophomore class.
Coach Pemper is right. It's not just the juniors. Last year's freshmen also had an outstanding year. Led by Rookie of the Year Emily Homan at Lafayette, the rising sophomores create an interesting look to the middle class of the Patriot League.
Well, it's exciting, and I think it's symbolic of the times. Basketball has grown leaps and bounds, grassroots, AAU, high school, and we're now reaping the benefits of that. The players coming in are very skilled, they're very competitive, and I think once they understand the system that they chose, be it Holy Cross, be it Lehigh, be it American, whomever, they really got comfortable and really wanted to bring their program to the top. So I love the junior class with their competitiveness, obviously with their skill, and it really bodes well for the league. It really is elevating the quality of the league, and that's what you want. You want your league to be a solid league, and with all the juniors, I think they're really doing that, putting that on us on their shoulders and carrying it.
It's interesting because as you go through the rest of the league, and you mentioned a lot of them, I think Dobbs and Romine, certainly the Navy players, the whole group of sophomore juniors at the Naval Academy. I can't really explain it. I think the league gets better every year, and I think you're going to see that year in, year out.
I mean, it was relatively speaking. You look at last year. Other than probably Lehigh and American, who had some pretty strong seniors. A really young league last year with a lot of sophomores on the All-League team that are now rising, juniors, and a lot of good players. Geif, Dobbs, just a lot of really talented players. So a pretty youthful league last year that's still young this year. So I think in terms of if you kind of project and look at where the league's going, I think real promising in terms of there's going to be a lot of competitive teams.
One of the things that's exciting about coaching in our league is the quality of player that we've had, and that's being recruited to the league continues to get better and better. And over my 8 years in the conference, there's no doubt that the best players are better than they were, 8 years ago. And so it makes it a challenge, makes it tough for really any Patriot League school to go out and win that championship because they're going to be competing against, quality players. But if you look at it, I think we're in a position to have a good 2-year run and probably even beyond that. But with the quality juniors in the league, we think we have those, only having one senior on the team. Gives us a chance to do some things now, but also in the future.
So I think there's just going to be a lot of parity this year. I think every game can be so meaningful. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you see at the end of the year just a lot of ties. Ties for first, ties for second, ties for third. I think the cliche, you know, anyone can beat anyone on a given night might be true, you know, if people are healthy. So it's going to be nerve-wracking.